Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, just wanted to do a follow-up video speaking about some of the challenges, the issues with organizing an effort that would lead us from where we are now to where we need to be, so that individuals aren't simply wasting their time on forums constantly talking about wanting an economic transition and asking questions like, what will the future look like? How would life differ under a resource-based economy? But instead to actually begin right now taking actionable steps that leads us from where we are now to where we need to be. And this is all very possible. It's all very feasible. And right now, when I look around, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, reading all the comment sections, there is a tremendous amount of despair. There's a tremendous amount of despair, and there's obviously good reason for it. You look around, what's happening in the present situation. There is an effort to maximize the damage of a proxy war in Eastern Europe, essentially for the maximization of wealth of the weapons industry. And people may not understand the details of how such a thing is transpiring or why, but they understand intuitively that this is something that is very hurtful for them in their own personal lives. It's something that sets us back as a society, and it's something that we're going to be suffering for generations to come. So, and individuals want to know, what now? What can we do now? Are we doomed to this cycle of constant despair, of continuous wars, endless wars, economic stranglehold, wage slavery? Are we just simply doomed to be stuck in this situation? And the answer is no. No, we absolutely are not. We have a tremendous amount of power, really. The only challenge is in organizing. People are simply unorganized. They are unorganized, and they do not know how to organize, and they do not have the platforms from which to organize. So this is the reason why we are stuck in perpetual talk about how we should do things, and these hopeful dreams and fantasies of what the future might look like, instead of actually working to create that future. And In order to overcome these challenges, I think first and foremost, there has to be a very clear understanding by individuals at the individual level, the personal level, that you do have power. You might not have power at the ballot box, right? Like you're always going to, speaking for the United States here, you're always going to be stuck in choosing between one of two pre-selected bobbleheads, effectively. But that aside, you do have actual power, actual applicable power, by virtue of your mental capital and the capital of your hands. I mean, you have labor capital. That's the most important form of capital. And but not to get kind of hung up on politics, because that's really a waste of time. Individuals should now start to organize and to create methods by which they can organize to create new systems. For example, what we are doing here in the Philippines and Palawan is we are coming together and creating political relationships, creating relationships between small communities of individuals, farmers, fishermen, and so forth, and local politicians, not big people, but very local politicians, to try and explain to them that yeah, you can come together and together develop a small scale eco villages that will increase the living standards of people here, simply by the application of science and technology to the social system. And this is something that I advise everybody right now, everybody who actually has the will to make a change, to focus on, to start doing, and to start organizing, whether it's simply organizing among friends, like a small group of friends, or trying to go as far as to organize the local representatives in your area. This goes for the United States, the Global South. I think this is a much easier thing to do in the Global South, personally, and I might create another video explaining why. But the most important thing here is organization. You must organize. No one is going to do it for you. You have to do it yourself. Be the change that you want to make.